Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Nightlights. My name is Jason Killian. Casey, I'm really sorry I was unable to make it down there this evening. My daughter's actually performing in the Missouri State High School All-State Choir in Tantera, so I'm actually not even in town. And that's about the only thing that was going to keep me away from tonight. And it really was too bad for me. I want to congratulate you on your success. I wanted to of your career. You're definitely the king of Kansas City DJs. I want to thank you for everything that you did for me. 3DK Promotions would not exist. Wouldn't have made it 20 minutes, much less 20 years, if it wasn't for you. Everything I have from DJing is a direct tie-in to you, including my stage name that I've used now for 20 years. That you looked over at a beer tapper and thought that would be a good name for me, and sure enough it was. You taught me how to be a businessman, how to run a business, as well as, programming music and song selection, mixing, everything. Funny story, to solve a mystery. I guess it's not a funny story, but to solve a mystery. The Nightlight sign that disappeared about 3 days prior to Nightlight's closing. Yeah, I would be standing in front of it right now, but after about 2 moves, it broke. And getting that thing home, that's the funny story, because I was drunk out of my mind, and it wouldn't fit in my car, so I was holding it onto the roof as I drove down the road. Anyway, but that solves that. The Nightlight sign actually ended up in my residence for about 10 or 15 years. And Nightlights, that was the most annoying place, but it was like that brother, and you miss it, and I miss it too, still sometimes. But I don't miss playing the electric slide 3 times a night. But anyway, and I'm also thankful to my grandmother, because 2 months out of college, I got this idea that I'd become a DJ. Didn't really thrill my parents that was the course I was going to take. And my grandmother refused to give me a loan to buy DJ equipment with. And that was the best thing that ever happened to me. A week later, Roberta Steele's daughter was getting married. I was there, and you DJ'd it, and I was an instant fan and hooked from that moment on. Then she helped me to get the audition at Nightlights. Other than home stereos, before that audition, I'd never touched vinyl. But of course, I wasn't going to tell you that during the audition. So then 20 years later, I think everything speaks for itself. And I think part of your legacy is, that when it was time for me to go off and branch off and start my own, when it was time for Carrie to do that, that we're looking at 2 very, very successful companies, and some of the others too, that when it was time for them, and when they did it with your blessing and everything, that how well the successes of the people that you taught. Again, I'm very sorry I wasn't there. I wish I was. Fortunately, we have technology nowadays. That'll be the next best thing. And definitely want to say hi to everybody that's there. Here's a good one. I think on one of my time, I think it was when my ex-wife had made me quit. On my last day before that, I backed the big brown van into a parked car and knocked the mirror off. Nobody ever knew about that. I don't know why. Bill didn't want to drive, so I got to drive, even though I was the worst driver in the company. And then PJ dressing like me for Halloween. When I heard, I definitely wanted to see everybody, so I hate that I'm not there. But again, congratulations on your career, your success. Congratulations on your retirement. And again, for everything that I have as a businessman, as a disc jockey, and even as a person, I owe to you, and I sincerely thank you for that. Be safe tonight.